is Fly T from Capital 1212.
And I'm Professor Fresh from Capital 1212.
The Return of Rudy Nacho. It's kind of a western hip-hop reggae concept album. Kind of some kind of rude boy sounds on there with a lot of UK reggae artists and hip-hop artists.
We've got Daddy Freddy, M.A.D, Tenor Fly, Serocee, some guys from around here, Profisee. Who else we got? Right.
Dangerman.
Dangerman. Yeah,
Gappy Ranks. Junior Bear.
Yeah.
Full list of Deadly Hunter. New album is kind of a natural progression from where we've been, as far as we've put out a lot of hip hop records, we've put a lot of reggae records out. The new album's kind of bringing all our sounds together. It's kind of taking inspiration from UK sound system culture. A lot of the sound systems that we used to go to, which you'd hear hip hop, bass music, jungle music, dancehall, reggae, ska. We've kind of taken all those influences and put into one album. Grandmaster Caz Encore track that we did on the Ron Disorder EP, which was one of our first records that came out on Cool Cat Records. That came about mainly from a connection from Donald D, who was in Ice-T's round Syndicate. Myself and Donald D had been talking about doing some projects together, and really the Caz contact came from Donald D initially. Caz is like a hip hop icon, and we always wanted to work with him.
We built a bigger, heavier rhythm for it, just off the basis of the performance that Caz gave, which was just killer.
Yeah. The Good Feeling track that we did, we initially made the instrumental, and I'd been talking to Cadence quite a lot. A friend of mine, Seth, who was in Raw Produce, a really good hip hop group, and he had joined a new kind of super group with YZ and Mike G from Jungle Brothers, and he had done a lot of producing for Mike G from Jungle Brothers, and so basically I'd hit him up with the instrumental that we did for Good Feeling, and Jungle Brothers were always one of our favourite bands, so I was sort of saying to Cadence, how could we go about getting in contact with Mike G, and Cadence, being the great guy he was, put us straight in touch with Mike G, let him hear the beat, and Mike was on board to do it, which was really cool. So when Mike said that he was going to do it, I also said to Cadence, I said to him, well, it'd be amazing to get him on the song as well. So Cadence started writing his verse for it, and Mike did his verse for it. Then we thought about who else could go on the track, and the feel of it was kind of old school, kind of native tongues kind of feel. And we thought about, we were thinking of different bands, and I think I'd done a gig with Ugly Duckling, and we started thinking about Dizzy from Ugly Duckling. So he jumped on it next, and then MCM from Caveman, absolute legend. I actually got in touch with him through kind of more social networking type sites, like I think I hit him up on Facebook actually, and let him hear the track. Turns out he was also a massive Jungle Brothers fan as well, so that kind of took his interest, the fact that we had Mike G on it. So he jumped on board as well, and that's kind of how it all came about. Probably wouldn't have come about if it wasn't for Cadence. Actually, he was kind of in the background, kind of bringing it all together as well. But everybody was feeling the beat, and we all thought it was a wee bit different, but also something kind of familiar about it as well, with that kind of native tongues kind of feel to it, that kind of party hip hop, old school kind of vibe. So yeah, that's how it came about. Yeah.
So these kicking back to back to the old kind of hip hop breaks and stuff like that. So still a little bit of a Caribbean influence in there, though, right? Some steel drums.
Sometimes it's a truth that's dark, so bizarre, can leave a mark. Still I embark on a road that's hard, but I know my heart can see the truth with evidence. The truth is self-evident, so all the rest irrelevant. I'm lost within the sentiment. I know my worth legitimate. Attachments, fleeting filaments. Ignore the insignificant. Decide on your predicament. Educate, elevate, see before it escalate. Investigate a better place, and at the gate don't hesitate. Find your path and stay on track. Some will try and hold you back. Twist the truth, call it back.